Okay, so we got World of Warcraft devs give a first look at Guardians of the Dream. So we're gonna check this out actually, see what they have planned. I'm guessing this is 10.3. So let's check this out. God, that is loud. It's 14 minutes.
Hello everyone, welcome to Wowcast. Today we're going to talk about our next major content update, Guardians of the Dream. And I have two special guests here with me today. Please introduce yourselves.
Hi, my name is Taylor Sanders. I'm an encounter designer on the World of Warcraft team.
And I'm Ann Stickney. I'm a senior narrative designer on the World of Warcraft team.
Thank you guys so much for joining us. What is coming with Guardians of the Dream?
Yeah, so Guardians of the Dream is a huge content update. We have a new outdoor zone, the Emerald Dream itself, right, that we're going to be traveling to. We have a new...
Okay, look. Cool, we're going to the Emerald Dream. But are we serious? This is supposed to be an Azeroth expansion. I like the idea. But can we stop going to different planets? Like this isn't fucking, what's the new game called? Starfield? Or No Man's Sky? This is not those games. Okay? I get it. It's a cool idea. But I am tired. Ever since Shadowlands, I am tired. Legion did it best. Alright. We'll see what they have to say, though. Okay.
raid. We have new public events within the outdoor zone itself. And then also Season 3 will be launching as well.
My other question is, are we going to be able to fly in the Emerald Dream? Because if we're not going to be able to fly in the Emerald Dream, I will be pissed. Because that's what they did with Argus, and that was the one thing I hated about Argus, is we couldn't fly, and you still can't.
Just finished up Fractures in Time. Can you tell us what's next? What are we going to expect in this major content update?
Well, with Fractures in Time, we kind of wrapped up the story of the Bronze Dragon flight, and we also saw Iridikron take off to parts unknown. One person that we haven't seen since Zeralek Caverns is Farok. We get to catch up with him here. More importantly, what's going on is that Amirdrasil, that tree, the seed that Tyrande took from the Shadowlands, she's planted it, it's been growing in the Emerald Dream, and it's about to cross over. It's a very powerful tree.
Okay.
We're not the only ones interested in it.
Of course not.
So,
can't be that easy.
Of course not. No, it can't be that. It's
Okay.
never that easy. So turns out,
I'm glad they took something from last expansion and explained it, and now it's a part of the story now. So we saw Tyrande put it in the Emerald Dream last expansion, I think, and now we're seeing it here.
In this tree, and he's got some friends that he's bringing along with him.
We finally enter the portal into the Emerald Dream. What does it look like? What can we expect?
First off, we're finally going to the Emerald Dream, right? And we've seen like bits and pieces of it since like what?
Legion.
Yeah, since, I don't know, back in, the classic days when the game was first kind of released.
Druids. Yeah, with the Druids. And then I think more recently, the Emerald Nightmare raid back in Legion, right? But we've always visited these little pockets. And in Guardians of the Dream, we get to visit like an actual section of the dream. The Emerald Dream itself.
So this is the map right here. And I can already tell we're going to start down here. This is where we start, right here. This is where we enter. We're going to cross over. This is going to be where the quest line is beginning. This is going to be like a safe hub, I bet. Right? And then this is where the raid's going to be.
Is a reflection of the wild world. So it's green, it's overgrown, it's beautiful.
That's just my guess.
There's stuff blooming all over the place, but also we aren't the only ones interested in that tree. Farok is there, and he's got...
My question is, why are we interested in the tree? Other than to defend it, because you're saying, like, we want it.
Some allies with him. So the place is, while part of it is, overgrown, wild, beautiful, blooming, there's also parts of it where Farok's forces have hit this place. It's a war-torn landscape, right? It's not perfect. It's not ideal, but we're there to fix it and make sure that Farok doesn't get what he wants. If you are familiar with lore, we're going to the Eye of Ysera. And it's a place that has been mentioned in lore for a very long time. We've never been there. It's the center of the Emerald Dream. not literally,
Okay.
figuratively.
I was about to
So
say.
the Eye of Ysera focuses on the areas of the dream that are they need the most attention from the green dragonflight. And in Guardians of the Dream, it's Yggdrasil. Obviously, we want to help bring this tree from the Emerald Dream into Azeroth.
The outdoor area that we have, releasing with our
Okay,
update
they
is
explained
just
it.
absolute-
I'm sorry. They just explained that we want to bring that tree back into Azeroth. That's our goal. That's what we want to do. So we're just gonna go there, beat Farok, and then steal and just say, guess what? We helped you defend the tree. Now it's ours, and just take it back to Azeroth.
Absolutely gorgeous. The art team has really outdone themselves yet again, and seeing the Emerald Dream in all of its glory, right? As players get to explore finally like an actual zone that represents sort of all of the incredible like sort of artistic influence of the Emerald Dream, and we're going to see tons of great characters that
Yeah.
we kind of know and love that are related to the
Malfurion?
Emerald Dream itself.
Not Malfurion.
So in this
I'm
new
stupid. I'm still. English is hard. I can't remember his name. Why can I not remember his name? Hold on. Don't worry about it. No. Cenarius. Thank you. Oh my god.
zone, there's a new raid. Can you tell us more about the new raid?
Yeah, so one of the
Here we go.
Sort of war-torn places within the Emerald Dream is our new raid, Amir Drasil, the Dream's Hope. This is a 9-boss raid where players get to explore one of the most interesting places within the Emerald Dream. The story here starts at Wellspring Temple, which is sort of a place within the Emerald Dream that's feeding Amir Drasil, this world tree, all of its kind of energy and life force. It's nurturing the
Yeah.
tree. It's a very important place to Farok
That's pretty cool. I like.
and his designs on the Emerald Dream.
I like the
and what he
design.
wants to sort of achieve here. One wing of the temple is untouched by Farok and his allies for now and represents sort of the wild nature of the Emerald Dream. There are defenders of the temple here who are natural to the dream, and one of those defenders is our wing boss for that section, Nimue, Weaver of the Cycle. So when players enter Nimue's chamber, it's this beautiful sanctum that really represents sort of the Emerald Dream in its most pure form. On the floor of the chamber, Nimue is ordering the weave of the Emerald Dream itself, sort of represent the act of creating things with the Emerald Dream and defending it and protecting it. In the other wing of our raid, this is a wing that's been destroyed.
Another worm boss, dude. I am tired of these damn worm bosses. Like, I am so tired of these damn things. The last one that sucked so badly was in Battle for Azeroth. God, that boss sucked so much. I don't remember what that. Like, I barely did the raid. I don't even remember the guy's name. But it was just this giant worm. It was, God, I swear.
Destroyed by Farok and his molten allies, right? Smolderon sits at the end of this wing.
Okay,
the
that's pretty
Fire
cool.
Lord himself, and
That's
fire
cool.
has sort of poured through this portal where Farok has brought the Firelands sort of screaming, into the temple itself. So we're going to see all the destruction that has wrought, and be able to fight Smolderon right at the end of that wing. Another encounter we have within the raid is Tendril Sageswift, who is one of the leaders of the Druid of the Flame.
Yeah, Druids
Okay.
of the Flame, basically the last time we saw them was in Cataclysm when we
Radnaros.
defeated Vandal Staghelm. But they've been planning this kind of resurgence, and with the burning of Teldrassil, they've been able to recruit a lot more willing people to go along with their plans.
The exciting thing about this encounter is that finally we'll get to Dragon Ride with
Thank you. Oh my God.
a raid encounter in Dragonflight.
Within a raid encounter, okay. So he technically didn't answer my question on if we're going to be able to fly in the zone, but he's saying that we'll be able to fly within the raid, which is actually pretty cool. So kind of like no coup defense.
This is incredibly a cool opportunity to be able to jump on Dragonback with, you know, all of your friends that you're raiding with, and pursue Tendril as he sort of like flies around Amir Drasil, right? You're like banking through fireballs and stuff during combat, so it's
Okay.
gonna be really exciting to see.
That's cool.
That's amazing.
Yeah, visually it sounds really cool to have 25 people all mount up, but mechanically,
Yeah.
we need people to test it out. We just need people to test it
Yeah, the
out.
PTR is so helpful for that.
And then of course, I mean, we can't forget
Oh, yeah.
Farak, right?
Finally.
Yeah. The
So he'll be the last boss in this new
A
raid.
spicy, nasty boy.
I'm
Yeah.
ready to beat him up.
he's here in the Emerald Dream, and the raid will end with a showdown against, you know, the Fire Incarnate himself.
Is there any like juicy rewards in the raid?
Yeah. So much as in other raids, for during Dragonflight, players can expect some new armor sets that they can.
Is that the shaman set? That looks amazing. And I'm guessing that's the Demon Hunter set. That looks... It kind of doesn't go along with the theme, this one right here, but it looks nice. I don't know what this is. Is it Hunter? Because if it's Hunter, I feel bad for all of y'all. They could have done way better. Unless it's Rogue, but I don't see a Rogue wearing something like that, and plus, that doesn't fit the theme at all.
Earn, right?
It's pretty cool, don't get me wrong.
That are sort of
Mage, I'm guessing. Is that warrior or paladin? And I don't know what this is. This looks like probably a druid, maybe? Or it could be hunter. If it's hunter, that still sucks terribly.
class themed, but also have
We
a
don't get to
touch
see all of
the
it.
Emerald Dream to them, right?
They're
there's
beautiful.
They're
Although those aren't the sets at all. Because this guy said, listen.
they can earn, right? That are sort of class themed, but also have a touch of the Emerald Dream to them, right?
Touch of Emerald Dream to them. What part of these sets, except maybe this one, these two, and then
Touch of the Emerald Dream, sort of.
and then these three, does this guy think they have a touch of the Emerald Dream? So I don't know if these are the class sets.
class themed, but also have a touch of the Emerald Dream to them, right?
They're
there's
beautiful.
The art is absolutely incredible for these new sets within the raid. So they can expect new sets to earn that'll each have, you know, class bonuses
Cool
on
bonuses.
them.
Okay. Warlock, which looks amazing. Rogue, maybe? That might be Hunter.
Yeah.
I'm really excited to get my hands on them for my characters.
I love collecting the sets too.
Yeah.
Speaking of getting our hands on something,
Yes.
Farak's got something really tasty for us to get our hands
Oh
on.
yeah? A mount?
We have a new legendary weapon coming in
Okay.
Guardians of the
Oh my god, dude. Can we just stop it with legendaries, please?
Dream. This is going to be a two-handed axe that players can earn. They'll have to keep their ear to the ground exactly on how to get their hands on it. But yeah, it's a really powerful weapon wielded by Farak himself. It's called Firlath the Dream Render. We've been listening to feedback from the Embers of Neltharion update, and you know, we hope we can provide something that, you know, players really feel like they can earn the axe over time and feel really rewarded for their time in the raid.
Okay, so it's a two-handed axe, right? The Drekthir already have their legendary weapon, so who is this going to be for? Warriors, I'm guessing? So that leaves Paladin, Rogue, Mage, Druid, Demon Hunter, Warlocks, Shamans. Like, are they just gonna break two classes? Like, I'm just tired of legendaries, you know? Or like artifact weapons. Like, stop making me have to use this piece of gear. Let me kind of like Diablo, like, you can mix and match stuff.
So we've spoke about the amazing raid and the beautiful zone of the Emerald Dream. What other things can we expect in Guardians of the Dream?
So we've got something really unique coming to Guardians of the Dream. It's not just one public event, it's 3 of them. And they feed into each other in this kind of cyclical sort of wilderness nature kind of thing. There's 3 different events. First one is the Super Bloom, and that one is, if you've ever played Overwatch, it's like protecting the payload, right? Okay, so you've got this ancient who's going through and he's trying to,
I've played enough Overwatch, and by far, the worst thing they've added is that freaking game mode. So the last thing I want to do is have something from Overwatch 2 that I absolutely despise come into a game that I love, no matter what happens to the game, and have to do it now.
bloom the dream, and you have to help him out by defending him from things.
Alright, I'm back. I am back. I just got off work, by the way. I literally had to pause the recording and then come back to this later. So I have no idea where I left off. So we're just gonna back up a few.
And that one is,
And start
have
here.
you ever played Overwatch? It's like protecting the
That's what I remember. Oh my god. Oh my god, that's where I left off. Okay. Let's full screen this.
kind of stuff. When that's done, it triggers the second public event called the Emerald Frenzy. And it's a farming kind of public event where wilderness has kind of gotten out of control. So you go through, you're farming everything, and it's dropping currency, it's dropping seeds left and right. The more
More
people that
currency.
get in, the more stuff you get, and it's just a grab. So that feeds into the Emerald Bounty. And with the Emerald Bounty, it's a fostering event, right? So all around the Emerald Dream, there's piles of dirt. You can take those seeds that you gathered and plant them in the dirt. Over the course of 5 minutes, it'll grow into a sprout. And the more people that show up and feed that sprout and nurture that sprout, the bigger it'll get. When it blooms after that 5 minutes, you get to loot it for cool stuff.
I love cool stuff. Can you tell us more about the new Renown
That's pretty cool.
faction in this
Yes,
patch?
Of course. We've got the Dream Wardens. I mean, we're going into the Emerald Dream, right?
Oh, yeah.
So the Emerald Dream is full of creatures that live there. And they also have a vested interest in protecting Yggdrasil, so they've decided to go ahead and team up with us. But it's composed of those creatures from the Emerald Dream. So you've got keepers, you've got dryads, you've got druids, obviously, you've got the green dragonfly, you've got rune bears. They're new. They're very cool.
Yeah.
And they've all come together.
Can we get
to
that
kind
as
of, like,
skin
help
for
us out.
druids?
Keepers, you've got dryads, you've got druids, obviously, you've got the green dragonfly, you've got rune bears. They're new.
That looks dope. Like, can druids get this form? Bear form? Guardians? That'd be pretty cool.
They're very cool.
Yeah.
And they've all come together to just kind of like help us out. And obviously, as with any renown that we've got, there are some really cool rewards involved as you increase your
That's pretty cool.
reputation with these guys. I need to level my druid alt for this because it's druid heaven.
Yes, Druid Heaven.
Anne and I both played druids, way back in 2004. So I think we're particularly excited to get to interact with this faction.
Screw
We've never seen
druids.
Before in WoW, these like types of characters that are really reminiscent of like Warcraft 3 and like
Yeah.
Night Elf and Druid lore. So it's going to be very exciting to interact with a lot of those creatures and characters that I associate with like my first character ever.
So as we're dragon riding through this new zone,
Okay, so this confirms it. We can fly. We can fly in the Emerald Dream. Thank God.
is there new dragon riding anything?
Yeah, absolutely. So players will be able to dragon ride through the Emerald Dream from day one, which is really a treat with all the incredible art that is within the zone just in itself.
You don't want to walk that zone.
Yeah, exactly. Right. I want to swoop under branches and along the rivers and through that environment. They're also going to be able to collect new glyphs that are hidden around the zone.
Oh, we're
There's
gonna
some
get new glyphs for that boy.
appearances. There's a new dragon riding appearance.
We get a Farok one. Thank God, dude. I was hoping for the Drake. Not the Drake. The what is it called? Proto Drake, thank you. Since we got one for Razagath, I was hoping we'd get one for
and new
Rock.
dragon riding mounts. So
Ooh.
there's a lot there for players who are interested in dragon riding and have enjoyed
That's pretty cool.
Dragonflight.
I'm all about collecting customization, especially for my dragons, so I'm super excited about that.
Yeah, there's a lot there for players who enjoy that. There's also a new active ability that players will be able to earn, with their glyphs called Second Wind, that allows them to sort of like regain vigor instantly.
Ooh.
So they can gain a little bit more speed. There's new dragon
Thank
riding
God.
races where they can try to, try their skills at that with some of these new abilities that they'll earn. And yeah, we're just excited to see how players enjoy zooming through the skies in the Emerald Dream itself.
That sounds handy for that
Thank
dragon
God,
riding
dude.
encounter too.
Yes.
So you may want to collect your glyphs right away.
Practice. Just practice.
Yeah, get some practice in.
And there's going to be a new season. Can you tell us more about what the season will be?
Yeah, absolutely. So season 3 will start with Guardians of the Dream, and with it becomes a new Mythic Plus map pool. So we have 8 new dungeons that are
Okay. So we get the Dawn of the Infinite. I think this was Galakron. So we get Dawn of the Infinite, both of them. But they're being 2 separate encounters, 2 separate dungeons. So that's pretty cool. This was actually kind of, what's the word? Rumored that was gonna happen. So we kind of knew this was gonna happen. I hate this one that we're having, Waycrest Manor. Screw that. Atal Dazar. I hate that one. Everbloom, I hate that one. Blackrock Cold is fine. Thrones of the Tides is fine. Actually, Throne of the Tides is gonna be tough. And then Dark Art Thicket. This is gonna be a tough mythic rotation,
arriving
depending on what buffs they're gonna
for players
have.
to enjoy in Mythic Plus. Among these are some dungeons that are appearing for the first time in Mythic Plus that we're really excited about. We had our mega dungeon, that players have really been enjoying from the Dawn of the Infinite update.
Yes.
And we're
Yes.
splitting that into 2 separate dungeons for players to enjoy in Mythic Plus. We also have 2 dungeons included in the map pool that really fit the theme of the wild nature of the
Dark
Emerald
Heart Thicket,
Dream.
yeah,
First
and
is
Everbloom.
which we last saw
I get
sort of
that.
in a challenge mode format. And the second is Dark Heart Thicket, which we last enjoyed during Legion. Which has a really druidic theme, right? As we sort of like venture into the beginnings of the Emerald Nightmare and that story back at that time. So we're excited to get players in there and see if the routes have changed since the last time they were in those
That's true.
dungeons. For each new season, we like to have a mix of dungeons that are more linear, but also mix that up with dungeons that are more open, like Atal Dazar.
Yeah.
And
Screw
Waycrest Manor
that.
in a way, to try to,
Waycrest
keep
Manor's
some
fine.
variety in there and players who
I mean,
enjoy routing
I hate
have
it,
some
but it's
options,
fine.
To really like sink their teeth into.
There's going to be, of course, Mythic Plus new rewards.
Yeah,
Is
absolutely.
there anything else for the new season?
Yeah, there'll be
Tell us.
a new season of PvP rewards. So
Good.
new.
That looks
cosmetic
cool.
rewards
So
for players
priest, maybe a
to,
warrior.
achieve in battlegrounds and arenas.
So
I-
work on
don't
your
we have
gladiator
a
when it
bear?
comes out,
That
get
looks
fancy new
cool.
mount.
That looks cool.
Yes.
So
That is cool. And it actually fits the theme, green and everything.
everyone wants to know,
It sucks that I hate PvP.
when is the PTR going to happen?
Yeah, so the PTR will be coming this week. We'll be on the PTR,
This
Aaron and I will
week?
be running around, and we would like to see players in there with us enjoying the new content that we have.
Thank you both so much for hanging out and talking about Guardians of the Dream with me. And thank you, everybody, for tuning in. We'll see you next time.
I mean, so far so good. I mean, it's okay. I don't know. We just have to wait to see, I mean, it could be the worst patch in this expansion. It could be the best. Who knows? But so far, Embers of Neltharion has been really cool. But yeah, I don't know, dude. If those tier sets are what I think they are, like if I can go back to them. I don't know. Oh, I missed it. There it is.
Yeah.
I'm really
Like, nah, man. I'm not gonna like if these are the tier sets. I'm not gonna like it. I'm gonna hate it, especially like as me just getting into Paladin.
class themed.
If this is Paladin, dude, it looks okay. But these mythic versions gotta be like off the charts crazy better than this. Mage looks absolutely fine. Like but I mean I guess that's it. We'll just have to wait and see. Anyways, guys, thank you all for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Make sure to smash that like button and subscribe or your parents will die. I mean, what? And then I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.